Herbs have been used for thousands of years. These are the five most common types of preparation methods that you would be coming across. And probably the five easiest ones start out with in your herbal journey. So the first one is going to be an infusion. And if you've ever had tea, you've had an infusion because that is what a tea is, whether it be an iced tea, a lemonade, berries in water, any type of anything that's put in water, whether hot or cold, is considered an infusion. So infusions are made by steeping the delicate parts of the plants, like the flowers or the leaves, in hot water. But you can even do this you can do a cold water infusion as well. It's just most common to do it in hot water. You can, steeping for a sipping tea is usually only that 5 to 8 minutes covered. But for a medicinal tea, you would want to do that for longer, like 10 to 15, even 20 minutes, sometimes even overnight, and then rewarming it or drinking it cold to get the most benefit out of that herb. This method, when used consistently, is very powerful. It's gentle. It's releasing the plant's water-soluble nutrients and compounds, and their herbal teas can nourish and calm your system, and yet they can invigorate you. And we're not talking like a caffeine type of invigoration. We're talking like an uplifting, like a lifts you up. It gives you this lighter energy, but not like a nervous of energy. And that does depend on the different herbs that you choose to use. Teas are, well, working with herbs in general are a slow as you go type of, they're not an overnight. We're in this world, we're so used to taking a pill and getting an immediate effect. Herbs are more like you sit with it, you learn about it, and you see how it reacts in your body. So they're slower, they're gentler. Although you can have a reaction from an herb if your body really likes it. Some people are very sensitive to herbs, as far as valerian or even passion flower, slippery elm bark. Those types of herbs, some people will have results from those. Herbal remedies definitely do work best when they're used consistently alongside a healthy diet and other self-care practices. We are going to be looking at some of those self-care practices in depth tomorrow, and we need to look at why one might want to choose to incorporate these plants in everyday routine. Because once we set a routine, our body tends to come into a better balance. What sets them apart from conventional approaches to digestive care? First, herbs address the root cause of health issues. Herbs have been used for thousands of years. Herbs contain a wide variety of nutrient and plant compounds. They have flavonoids, tannins, alkaloids, antioxidants. They have vitamins, minerals, and of course, I just said the alkaloids and antioxidants, which are phytochemicals. These components work synergistically to support the healing and reducing the inflammation. When you do that, remember we were talking about the small intestine and how it's one cell layer. That tight junction gets damaged and it ends up no longer being a tight junction and ends up with the holes and becomes leaky gut. When you get leaky gut, there is a syndrome called leaky gut, leaky brain, and then things cross that barrier. So we do end up with this cycle that you can get into.